We did a lot for the wins. Yeah, I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gonna up? I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's built private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah, hey, I had to tighten. Drop, I just hit my dance. I was popped, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah, hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Cardinals taking on Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. On the return, Deontay Harris. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Saints trot onto the field behind the veteran right arm of Drew Brees, a former Purdue Boilermaker who entered the league back in 2001.
Total relentlessness of consistency, almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice, after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I started calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever the defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's going to pick up a 6.
Now Brees.
2nd and 4.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
A gain of 20.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another taking this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense. I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6.
Murray a give. This is Drake. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against him.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Kyler Murray.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. This is fielded at the 27. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 49 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here's Edmonds. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first. Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The Camaro with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Complete to Josh Hill. A gain of 6.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
To throw is Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Breeze able to hook up with Jared Cook. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Lutz now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Edmonds. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
So out now come the Cardinals. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. A first down and more for Drake.
Drew Brees sacked.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why
Murray fighting, lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He'll buy some time right. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Murray on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
23 yards.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
He's brought down back at the 16.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run with Dre. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this returnable for Harris. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he's brought down after a very nice game. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the kicking team.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
2nd and 10.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Alvin Kamara who led the way in that first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. On the return, here's Edmonds. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
Shotgun now for Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football.
Drew Brees sacked. A fumble on the play.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Saints take over 1st and 10.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
And one.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Complete to Michael Thomas.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this, leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Bloods to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here's Edmonds. Got a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Malcolm Brown in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Harris now to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 62 yards. And the Saints are pouring it on. Yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Finds the open target, Arnold. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Breeze able to hook up with Jared Cook. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here's Edmonds. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Counter play, Drake. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On the tackle.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackle ball carriers.
They'll set up the screen to Drake. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Harris returning. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Looking long for Thomas. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 76 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here's Edmonds. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? And he's taken down here by the Saints. Malcolm Brown at $3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Cardinal 1st down, Murray to Hopkins.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches at the Saints' 39-yard line.
Now Murray again. Out to his left. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
22-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fitzgerald. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
For New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here's Edmonds. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Larry Fitzgerald, no stranger to making big plays in overtime. I know you remember, Charles, divisional round 2015. Fitzgerald took a 75-yard pass to the 5 and then scored on a shovel pass to beat Green Bay.
That was something, wasn't it? And when it comes to Larry Fitzgerald, when I think of overtime, I always think big moments. This is a bigger stage, and it never bothers Larry Fitzgerald. In fact, he rises to it.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Glendale.
Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex on